G'day there! Happy Monday! Well, I'll get straight to the point. Today I'm trying to raise a bit of awareness and maybe a few dollars for a mate of mine's GoFundMe campaign. And here's a bit of background as to why. A friend of mine, Jamie, up in Queensland, has got 2 kids. Now, his oldest boy, Callum's autistic. And when their second kid was born, she was born with a Category 5 brain bleed, which is pretty fucking bad. She was also 3 months premature. So the big concern when Ellie was coming home was, what if Callum doesn't understand? What if he gets frustrated and lashes out? It'll only take the tiniest little bump and it could have ended Ellie's life. Someone put them on medicinal cannabis oil. Now, we're not talking about, you know, baking cookies and getting smashed or anything like that. We're talking purely medicinal, non-psychoactive. This stuff worked an absolute treat. Young Callum went from not being able to speak, only communicating through vague hand gestures like they're playing charades, to actually being able to form words. To be able to sit down with his dad and, what's that, mate? Oh, that's a truck. That's a massive difference to a young boy's quality of life. So, sounds like a bit of a success so far, doesn't it? Not when you throw in the fact that we live in Australia and a lot of our police forces and government departments are absolute heartless fucking assholes that you wouldn't let run a bath because it'd go to their fucking head, let alone run a country or a state or a fucking local council. Some old busybody whose son beat up his partner and was looking at jail time decided, oh, I'll try and get him out of a bit of jail time. I'll go and tell the coppers that these people are giving their kid marijuana. So the arsehole coppers come round and they're now facing, Jamie and his wife are now facing 25 years each in prison for aggravated supply of a controlled substance to a minor, for actually allowing their kid to fucking speak with a completely non-toxic, non-harmful, non-psychoactive substance just because it's illegal. It's naughty. It's naughty. Can't have that. Here, fucking buy a packet of 40 of these cunts and get cancer because we get 71 cents a cigarette out of it. Oh, but we get nothing out of that, so you can't have that. That's naughty. We need to make an example of people like you. This arsehole copper that was part of the raid rang Docs while he was there, Department of Child Services. Docs even told him, leave the medicine there, do not pursue this. It was under 30 grams of plant matter, which under Queensland's laws, the coppers are allowed to show compassion and not charge somebody. But no, not this Gestapo cunt of a man. Decided it's disgusting. How can you get your kid stoned? Not knowing anything about it. Now, the oil we're talking about is a combination of CBD and THCA, which is tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. Now, that don't get you high. It will if you roll it in a joint and fucking smoke it, because it needs the heat for it to be psychoactive. So you can either smoke it, or you can bake it into a cake, or whatever you fucking like. But that's not what was happening at all. So now, poor Jamie, about 3/4 of his body has been covered in a stress rash for the last year or so since all this has happened. I've just spoken to him yesterday. His fucking wife had a miscarriage over the weekend because of the stress from this shit. So as far as I'm concerned, Queensland police are guilty of murder if you're a pro-life kind of person. Personally, I know people in their 3rd decade that need aborting, but that's a video for another day. So all I'm trying to do is raise a bit of awareness that, look, even if you can't make a donation, $5, $10, all of it helps. They've had no luck. They've been through 4 legal aid teams. They don't want to touch it. It's too hard because the laws have changed since they were raided and charged. So they're now trying to raise $14,800 for legal representation that's been recommended by the medical marijuana community that have got a bit of experience with it and actually know what they're doing. So if you, your family members, anybody, look, I don't even have kids and this shit breaks my fucking heart. I'm not going to lie, I shed a tear on the phone to him when he was telling me about the miscarriage. Like, that's fucking horrible shit for people to go through. All because they wanted to give their son the quality of life that most people take for granted. That's fucking disgusting, Australia. You know, for all the bullshit I see on Facebook, oh, rest in peace, Australia, oh, the government should do this, the government should do that. The government should mind their own fucking business. Just because something's illegal does not make it immoral. Especially in a case like this where there's such a clear positive result from it. The ignorance of a fucking copper in that position to be able to walk around with a gun and make a decision whether he fucking shoots some cunt with it or not, to be able to throw charges like this at a couple of parents doing their best to get by with a couple of sick kids, for fuck's sake. What sort of asshole does that? Someone, please fucking tell me, because I don't know. I know there's some fucking trash cunts in this world. Believe me, I know that. I've run into quite a few of them over the years. But when trash cans like that get into positions of power and influence, this is the end result. It's not about what's fair, it's not about what's right, it's not about what's moral, it's about the winning team and the losing team, like any other fucking legal debate. All they want to do is win. The coppers don't give a fuck how many lives they're destroying. Like, if the coppers have their way, and Jamie and Steph go to prison for 25 years each, which is one of the maximum charges for the, maximum sentences for the charge, what happens to those poor kids then? Their quality of life goes down even fucking further, doesn't it? And what for? Just to prove a point because you're a fucking ignorant cunt that can't even fucking read a book or look at a couple of websites, for fuck's sake? It's not the sort of country I want to live in. It's not the sort of country I was raised to believe Australia was. You know, where we root for the underdog, we help each other out, you know, we do the right thing. Fair go, all that bullshit. That all goes out the fucking window these days. So, my life's pretty cruisy. I don't have kids, I don't have a mortgage or a wife or any of that sort of shit to worry about. But I know how far I go for me fucking dog, let alone if I had a kid. I can't fucking imagine it. So if I can help in any sort of way by making a video and putting it out there for these guys, I'm fucking doing it. Because it's wrong. It's fucking wrong. The Queensland Police Department should be ashamed of themselves. Callum's teachers that won't write a letter of recommendation or anything, stating how much of a difference. They even joked about it to Jamie. Oh, what did you slip in his drink, you know? They won't even comment, and they've seen firsthand. Because, why? They're employed by the government. There's no such thing as a fair trial in Australia when you consider the fact that the police, the judges, the prosecutors, every other motherfucker is on the government payroll. You tell me how non-biased they are. Because they fucking ain't. Anyway, I think I've rambled on enough today, but this shit just fires me up. It's fucking wrong, it's disgusting, and it shouldn't be happening. So I'll post the details to the GoFundMe. Any help is fucking appreciated. The stress these poor cunts have been under is fucking unreal, and I'm not jealous at all, trust me guys. It's fucking, my heart goes out to you. It's fucking disgusting. Poor cunt's even lost his job over it, because he had a contract fitting shade sales in childcare centres and shit like that. But no, now he's lost the blue card up there in Queensland to work around kids because of this arsehole fucking copper. What's a man supposed to do? Now, if that was your kid, and that oil made such a fucking difference like that, would you really give a fuck whether it's legal or illegal on a piece of paper written down by some ignorant fucking arsehole 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago? No, you fucking wouldn't. Any sort of good cunt would not fucking care. They do the right thing, take the risk. There's a fucking dead rabbit on top of this hay bale. I better get that off. Well, at least that made me giggle. But yeah, it's fucking piss poor, guys, and you can help in any way, be appreciated probably more than you'll ever know, to be honest. So thanks for listening. If you made it this far, you've obviously got a bit of a heart, and I'll be ramping these videos up again once I get a bit more free time. I quit my full-time job and I've never been so busy in my fucking life, but got stung by fucking 6 or 8 bees last week. I've been fucking cutting hay and doing all sorts of shit, fucking working behind bars, fucking you name it, I'm having a go at it at the moment, because that's fucking living. And I know how lucky I am to be able to do that. Like I said, I go pretty far looking after me fucking dogs. My old dog Charlie, I spent well over $10,000 on her. Everyone told me I was fucking mad, but some of the best money I ever spent. So I can only imagine what I'd do if it was a kid, you know what I mean? Being responsible for another human life, and then having all your lives fucked over by the police department, which we were all raised that, oh, the police are there to protect and serve. Yeah, protect and serve corporate interests. That's about all. So I'll probably do a video later in the week about this state election coming up in Victoria and how voting is a complete waste of fucking time and just a symptom of your Stockholm syndrome, that you actually sympathise with those keeping you captive and controlling your life. But that's another story. So anyway, cunts, I'm going to get this dead rabbit off this hay bale before I put it in the shed. Fire up a dart while I'm at it. I'll catch you cunts later in the week. Cheers for watching.